Welcome to Mondays with Mark. If you're watching on Facebook, please share our program so all your friends can watch along with you. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure and subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a Mondays with Mark. And this week over at Mondays with Mark, you know our sponsor is you, marklowry.com. This week only, free shipping for all orders of $30 and more. And I know some of you are saying, well, Mark, I've got everything. Well, you might need to get it again. No, I'm kidding. If you know someone who might need something from marklowry.com, go over there, and all orders of $30 or more this week, and this week only, free shipping. I don't even think there's a code you got to put in. Just go get it. Hey, everybody, we're here.
Hey.
Philip, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. Philip and Colleen, get in your mic. Because now, and we're going to get new cords. You hear that creaking, that cracking? We're going to get new cords. I got them ordered. I won't go to the Guitar Center anymore because we're all on quarantine. This is day 21 for us.
It is, yes.
Yeah, Dave, you got to really get in that microphone.
Get in the mic.
Yes. And yesterday was the first Easter in my life that was like that one.
Well,
Me too.
I've never had any. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever had an
Everybody
Easter
alive.
like that.
Anybody's not gone through this. For
No.
Sure. Yeah, but it was interesting. We went to church.
Oh, I church
Yeah.
hopped yesterday.
I went to
Yeah.
church.
Oh, yeah.
I went to church more yesterday than I've ever gone. I went to 2 or 3 services.
I
Joel
know.
Osteen, my church, Grace Church. Oh, I forget.
Life,
JD.
life.
Oh,
Tabernacle.
that incredible T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
And that lady, what was her name? She
Priscilla.
Priscilla. I'm the only one in the world who must not know who she is because I played that clip of her calling Bill and Gloria ancient songwriters. They're only in their early 80s. That's not that ancient. And I couldn't wait to call Bill. I called Bill immediately and Gloria and said, "You're ancient songwriters." That was fun.
That was.
So what did we eat yesterday?
Well, let's see. We had for dinner. We had a late lunch. It's more like dinner. So we had filet and baked potatoes.
We sure
and,
did.
Spinach, sautéed spinach, carrots, and grilled corn.
Philip, you went. You told me.
I went to my sister's.
Yeah, get in your mic
She
so they can hear you.
Cornbread dressing with chicken in it. She had some pecan crusted chicken.
Oh my!
She had green beans with potatoes. She had oh my goodness, a delicious salad. She had everything. It was a spread.
Well,
It was
at
good.
least the hunger didn't go.
It was very good.
We didn't have hunger pains
We
on
didn't.
Easter.
Did you have desserts?
We had ice cream and we had cake balls.
We had
Yeah,
no
they were
dessert,
Yeah, somebody was supposed to make key lime pie, and
but somebody forgot.
somebody forgot.
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't really want to do it.
You were kind
I
of
want to pull that
tight.
down
You
a little
were
bit.
you'd gone to church too much. You were
No, I was
worn out.
tired. I didn't want to go. I didn't
Worn
want
out
to
from
go make
worshiping.
key lime pie.
Church
Why is
hopped
this
all
not
morning.
working right? I want this to go. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. See, this thing's backwards when you
It's
look at it.
fuzzy.
Now we're back in focus. Anyway, so let's sing "Living Below." Where could I go? Well, let's start with the chorus. Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord?
when my soul needs manna from above. Where could I go but to the Lord? Well, sing it, y'all. Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to help me in the end. But brother, won't you tell me where could I go but to the Lord? There's another verse. Take it up a little bit. Life here is grand with friends I love so dear. Comfort I get from God's own word. Yet when I face this chilling hand of death, where could I go but to the Lord? Everybody sing it on. Everybody, where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to help me in the end. My brother, won't you tell me where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go but to the Lord? Well, there is some crackling going on. I hear it too. Turn your mic up. Okay, I don't know what to do, y'all. We got Terrence. Terrence was helping on the sound. Let me turn this down for a minute. Terrence was helping on the sound, but then the coronavirus ruined everything. Jimmy Yeary, yes, Jimmy Yeary is gonna be our guest in just a little bit, but we gotta sing and talk and carry on. Just love that bass. See, Andrea, I did it just for you, hon. Where'd it go? Love that bass. See, all baritones turn into basses eventually. Hey, listen, tonight, after this is over, 8 o'clock tonight, Dinner Conversations, our special guest on Dinner Conversations, which will premiere tonight on the Dinner Conversations YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Central. You're going to get to meet Jackie Velasquez and her husband, Nick, and they're talking about their autistic child.
Well, they sat us in this boardroom, principal, vice principal, occupational therapist, speech therapist, special needs teacher, and they said, Zealand's autistic. And I remember just my heart breaking. It was like, it was a strange kind of twofold feeling.
Relief to know.
Relief to know, but the fear of the unknown.
Right.
As a mom, I had to go through like a mourning period.
Yeah. What kind of dreams do you feel like you've had to mourn or will mourn?
Well, conversations, normal conversations with him. Things like, will he get married and have kids? But I had to kind of go, okay, step back. It's time to start dreaming new dreams now.
Has it like opened your heart to just people in different places of life in general, you know?
I believe that he's taught me more about life and love and humanity than I'll teach him in my lifetime.
Oh, that is a good one. I enjoyed that Dinner Conversations, and right after this, and I know there's crackling on the. It's main. I think it's. Are you reading your text?
No,
Isn't
I'm
that
not.
just like someone to read the text while they're in church?
No, I was
And
not.
they pretend they're reading the Bible, you know. But
Actually, what I was looking for
Yeah.
is she was talking about autism, and we celebrate that we have shirts that we wear at school that we celebrate, and I think it's in April. It's either today, tomorrow. We celebrate Autism Day.
Oh.
So I was looking to make sure what day it was because I know it's sometime in April. So our school, and I started to wear that shirt tonight, and I forgot.
Yeah, Larry Adams, we know they're static. You know, I see everybody on the internet doing it good, doing it well, doing it right. The Isaacs, their sound is perfection. And I call them, and they just act like it's no big deal. They're just that good, but I can't get. Terrence is going to help me. Soon as we get the, I got the new chords ordered that shouldn't have the static. Here's a song that we're going to sing because it's easy. And Colleen was late today again because she fell asleep.
Again,
You fell asleep.
I'm usually punctual.
She was at home and she fell asleep.
I did.
Oh, listen, here's what I want to do. Well, before I do that, you know I've got ADD. I want to FaceTime my dad, and then we're going to FaceTime your mother and make sure they're doing okay. Okay, wait, I got to FaceTime my sister's number. Oh, wait, here it is. All right. And y'all should all do this. If you've got a living parent, you should check in on them every now and then. Hey. We're live right now. Hold on. Let me get this up where you can hear. They can hear you. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Are you staying away from the coronavirus?
As far as I know, I am, yeah.
Well, good. Let me type. You got the TV on in the background?
Yeah, do you want me to mute it?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, no, it's you, actually.
Oh, it's me. Well, turn me off.
Okay.
Wait, I got that. I'm not a good director. Y'all look at my little daddy. How old are you now, Daddy? 87 or 88?
I'll be 88 on the 25th of this month. I'm the oldest living Lowry in our family.
Well, that's right.
Daddy was 86. Mama was 2 weeks from being 86. And my brother Gene, he's in heaven. He was 87 and 7 months.
Huh. Well, I know Missy's doing a good job of taking care of you. And where's Caitlin?
She's in the other room on the phone talking to her daddy.
Oh. Has she got a boyfriend yet?
About 20 of them.
Okay.
Well, guess what Colleen made tonight?
Tell me.
Potato salad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Well, it wasn't tonight, but I ate some. We didn't eat. We ate it. When did you make
Saturday.
it? Saturday she made it, and I finished it off tonight. That's what happened. I'm telling you, it gets better over time.
I know, she's the winner.
Well, listen, I want you to take care, and I want you to meet Colleen's mother. She's 89, but I think y'all would make a cute couple.
No, sir.
Well, listen, I got some information. You know, nobody knows when Jesus is coming back, but I know. And you know who told me?
Who?
The Bible, because Jesus is going to be sitting next to his Father, and he's going to lean over to Jesus and say, "Go get him, son." And that's when he's coming back.
Oh, that's true. All right, Daddy. Well, you be good now. Hear me?
Wait a minute.
You love it.
Hey, listen.
Hi.
Tell Colleen I love her. I love you.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing a great job.
Well, all right. Oh, that's sweet, Daddy. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Love you. Bye.
All right, now, Colleen, call your mama.
You got the.
Here, I'll just get her right here.
Okay.
Oh, Gay Nell. What a name. Gay Nell. What was your grandmother thinking?
Well, she's thinking happy thoughts.
All right, wait, so here she comes. See if she'll. Gay Nell, pick up the phone. I know she's watching. There she is.
Hi.
Are you hunkering down?
Am I what?
Are you hunkering down?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I ran out today to the post office. I just finished your mask that will fit you.
Oh, good.
Tell about that.
She made masks for me and everybody else, but they were too small for our heads. She thought we were normal headed. See, let me explain. About 100 years ago, when she was a little girl, the human heads were smaller. But over time, human heads have evolved into be a much larger, bulbous kind of thing. And so she made me a mask that, it fit the face, but the ears, you should have seen the poor ears. Well, let me just show you. The ears were doing this, kind of but I could hear better.
Hey, that was
You need to wear that when you sing.
I know. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. We just talked to my dad. He's doing good, and we're
Yeah,
checking.
I heard him. And I'm not 89 yet.
Oh, you're not? When will you be 89?
I will be 89. Oh, someone's calling me. I will be 89 in July.
All right. Well, I know you'll make it. Oh, you paused me. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to have Jimmy Yeary on, the great songwriter. You probably heard of the Isaacs, right?
Yes.
Well, Jimmy Yeary is married to Sonia Isaacs. In fact, let's sing Peace Be Still. This is a Gaither song. Do you know this one, Peace Be Still?
I don't think so.
Well, you're fixing to hear it. Talk to you later. He said, peace, peace be still. Lifts his hand, peace be still. Like a child, like a child. The winds obey him, the winds obey him. When he says, peace be still. He says peace, he says peace. Peace be still. Lifts his hands, lifts his hands. Peace be still. Like a child, my heart obeys him. When he says, peace be still. Hear his voice. Hear his voice. Tag it. Hear his voice. Peace be still. That's a good song. Bill Gaither, Gloria wrote that one. And that's one when you're nervous at night, or you wake up in the middle of the night and you think, oh, the corona is after me, or some other problem in your life. Just remember, he said peace, peace be still. Lifts his hands, lifts his hands. Peace be still. Like a child, my heart obeys him. Like a child, my heart obeys him. When he says, peace be still.
Gotta go. I just got last week I got a Tim McGraw cut, and it is so relevant to what everybody's gone through, just losing somebody. I lost a good buddy and wrote a song about it, and I'm like, nobody's gonna cut this, but I gotta write the song. And
Wow.
I'll tell you about that story, and then it's totally appropriate. It's just called "I Called Mama." It's just about losing somebody and realizing what's important in life.
Well, I'm
And,
recording right now. Go ahead and do it.
Well, you want me to tell the story?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Why
I got
not?
a good buddy. Well, I got a good buddy that. I mean, first of all, we lost Joe Diffie. I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Diffie. Okay, so Joe is a country singer, dear friend of mine. He's recorded a few songs of mine. I've been able to write songs with him. Love him. He's a great guy. He's one of the main reasons I wanted to write country, the level of country music that I write, as well as gospel, but a lot of country. A big part of that was Joe Diffie and his ability to connect emotionally, the way he sang, the songs he would cut. And so I lost him, but this song is, I lost a guy named Dean Seiler. He was a dear friend of mine. He was about 56 years old. His influence, his conversations with me, his tutelage, his wisdom we talked nearly every day. And then he's just taking a shower one day, and he passes away unexpectedly.
Oh, my.
I mean, just seemingly out of nowhere. And I remember I got up that day, and I'm like, why? I asked Sonia, I said, why do we lose some people, and it doesn't feel quite like a gut punch? You love them, you
Right.
miss them, you hate to see them go, but some people just make you a little numb. And so I got in my truck. I had the day off, and I went to the river. I drove down to the river by myself, and I thought, I'm just going to sit here and just kind of think about some stuff. And then I called my mama, and I had my guitar in my truck, and I played me a little song to the flowing water. And I decided I'm going to write a song about this, and a song that nobody will ever cut. And then Tim McGraw cut it about a
Wow.
week ago. So if I can remember it, let's see. Got a call from a friend about a friend, with some news no one ever wants to hear. It hit me like a punch, took my breath. He was just getting into his best years. Yeah, something like that'll shake you up, really wake you up. So I stopped off at a Texaco, bought a Slim Jim and a Coke, parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grabbed my guitar from the back seat, wrote a song just for me. I sung it for the blue sky and a couple live oak trees, and I thought of home. Grabbed my phone from my pocket, and I called Mama. Well, it rang a couple times and she picked up. Yeah, and I can always hear her smile when I call. Said I just called to tell you that I love you. I was missing you and Dad and home, that's all. Yeah, got to really thinking this morning about what's important. So I stopped off at a Texaco, bought a Slim Jim and a Coke, parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grabbed a guitar from the back seat, wrote a song just for me, and I sung it for the blue sky and a couple live oak trees, and I thought of home. I grabbed my phone from my pocket, I called Mama. Yeah, from now on, I ain't gonna wait so long. Stop off at a Texaco, buy a Slim Jim and a Coke, maybe park out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grab a guitar from the backseat, write a song just for me. sang it for the blue skies and a couple live oak trees. I thought of home, grabbed my phone from my pocket. Instead of saying tomorrow I'm gonna, I called mama. I called mama.
Wow. I love that. I'm so glad we started with that. My goodness. I guess I don't know if you can hear the yard men that are mowing out there, but I'm keeping those jobs going.
That's right. You're keeping it going.
Because I cannot
Yeah, God.
push. What?
I called my mama. I called my mom and told her when I wrote it, and told her when Tim cut it, and you know, it's neat to be able to have the opportunity to create stuff at times that really express how much you love somebody. I love my mom so much.
I called
And I had to
mama.
write songs. Yeah, I called mama. So
Wow.
I miss.
You miss what?
I'll miss Dean Seiler. He was a dear friend, but in a great way. That song helped the pain I was feeling. It was kind of a good tribute to him. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I am hunkered down and safe. This is the 8th day when we're recording this. This is the 8th day for Houston's lockdown. Now, are you locked down in Tennessee?
We are. I mean, we're not on a lockdown, but you know, there's still, and incredibly, there's still stores and such open. We are on lockdown. We've chosen to stay here. We've got plenty of supplies and toilet paper, and I got a generator, got gas, and so I got the kids, and you know, whippings are up 20%. And, you know, so.
Let me just start off with this. If you don't follow Jimmy Yeary, I guess on Instagram, I think I follow you on everything. Facebook, Instagram, what are you on?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, yeah.
Now,
I'm getting ready to I'm gonna be on TikTok. I'm gonna start making videos like crazy. People bug me to death. I know this sounds kind of silly, but I have I have some people that have seen the videos and they want to expand this little thing that we do, myself and the kids and the family, and they want to expand that a little bit. So I'm going to start making a lot of silly, goofy videos.
Are they going to mainly be on TikTok?
They'll be on everything.
Because I'm not on TikTok, but I'll get it on TikTok if you're on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, TikTok's, you know, they're all unique, and TikTok's more, you keep everything under a minute. Everything is definitely.
Well, the way, if your kids don't have to go to therapy one day, it will be a complete miracle. Seriously, I think the way you're raising the kids, just the opposite will happen. Your kids are going to be so well-rounded after living through the chaos and mental torture that you have done.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always say that my brain works in a manner in which I learn best what not to do. And I learn best what I should do by learning what not to do. I had nothing against my upbringing and my parents and the people in my life, but I was raised around a lot of short fuses, a lot of get outside, a lot of we don't need you acting like that in here. And I just look back and I go, you know what? I feel like I would have been better off if I could have just been a little nuttier, and Dad could have been a little nuttier, and it would have been neat. So I give that to my kids, and I get to be a kid. I don't know that I'll ever grow up. I love it so much. They love it. They love it.
I love it. It makes me think, gosh, what a great dad. I mean, I'm thankful for the dad I had, but you would have been a riot. I mean, obviously, your kids must love this, and yet you can see the complete innocence on their little faces.
Well, I enjoyed catching them in little whatevers. Just, you know, I wish I had a camera going all the time. But again, I will say that there's going to be a lot more of those videos. I'm going to catch a lot more of those goofy things. All kids are wonderful. All kids are cute. All kids are funny. My kids have moments when there is something really funny and hilarious and special. And so I love capturing
Oh
that.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
it's incredible. Okay, and then also, I mean, I've learned so much about you recently. You sent me a video. See, here's what I knew about you up until just recently. You're an incredible songwriter, award-winning country songwriter. For everybody who's ever breathed a country breath has recorded one of your songs. And I knew you married Sonia Isaacs, and I knew you're obviously an incredible father. You know, those types of things from watching from a distance. But then you send me an hour or so, maybe 2-hour video of you speaking. It looks like some convention, and I'm blown away. All right, let's start with just that. What is that all about?
Well, I have aspired for years to speak. I love to speak in front of people. I love to talk to. I realized years ago that the principles and techniques that I use to write my songs, which have to be from a place of authenticity, because if I don't feel it, you don't feel it. The level in which I
Right.
do or don't, you do or don't.
Right.
And so, as you know that as well. So, and I started realizing that one of the greatest needs within corporations and within people in and out of business was their ability or inability to really connect. Whether you're selling yourself, selling a product, selling an idea, we're all trying to form relationships and connect with people. And I started realizing that, in a sense, for the last 30 years, I've been in training in the art of connectivity and the art of the value of vulnerability. So I started writing all of this stuff down and really categorizing it and studying it and practicing it. And then one day, and I tell you the complete truth, I was praying about it that week. Lord, I realize my age. I realize the window of opportunity. I don't know, is it gone? But I really, in my heart of hearts, I want to speak and teach people some of the stuff that I know that is valuable that I can offer people and corporations. And so one day Andy Andrews calls me up, and I promise you, he says to me, and we've become friends for a few years. He says to me, Jimmy, have you ever wanted to speak? I mean, like, speak and do a lot of what I do, and we have never talked about it, Andy and myself. And I said, Andy, I could cry right now. You don't even know. I mean, I've written and I've aspired to do this for years. He said, enough said. You need to come down to my house. Let's spend a few days together. Let's figure out a map and a way for you to do this. And I did. I went down there. We talked. We figured it out. Andy started putting me on these talks. But Andy in no way gave me any advice as to what I was supposed to say. He just it's pretty amazing to me still to talk about it. He just said, you know what? I believe you can do it. Here's 5,000 people. Here's a little arena. You go in there and you talk for an hour, and we'll just see what happens. I know it's going to be great. And so I literally would start going to these places and speaking.
That is amazing.
And of course, what I do essentially is I set up a song that I know they've probably heard on the radio if they listen to country at all.
Right.
Tell a story from my past that supports the principle around this story and the song. I sing the song. They listen with different ears. They're like, okay, he's written this song. Maybe I'll listen to him. I get the opportunity to talk about God, get the opportunity to talk about connectivity. But I do that for about 40 minutes. In the last 20 minutes, I ask them about 8 questions. Based on the answers, I write a song right in front of them, proving to them the value of connectivity, being able to create something out of nothing because of a connection that we made, because I first was vulnerable. Once I did this the first time, I had no idea. I thought I'm going to make a complete fool out of myself. It worked. I kept doing it. And then Premier Speakers Bureau calls me one day and says, we've seen a video that you did that Andy sent us. Can you come in and do a showcase? I went in, did a showcase. They signed me, and they've been booking me all over the country to talk to these corporations.
So how many of these are you doing a year, or how long have you been doing it? What's the story there?
Well, they signed me about a year and a half ago, and again, I had to go in and do a showcase for the whole company. They flew people in. Andy was there. Sonia came and was there, and so I did my hour thing for them. And they, on the spot, they're like, okay, this has got to happen. Nobody's doing what you're doing.
So explain this. So you take stories from 8 people in the audience, and then you create a song on the spot?
Okay. Long story short, I can't come up to you if I don't know you, Mark. I can't come up to a stranger and go, "Hey, tell me the greatest memory you've ever had with your father. Is your father still alive? Did you love him? Do you still have a good relationship? Did he pass away? Was he an alcoholic? Do you wish you had a dad? Do you all this stuff?" I can't delve into those sorts of things with you unless I've connected with you. So I teach that first and foremost. I get into the art of, I wouldn't tell you I love my dad. I'd tell you I love the man that taught me how to fish. I wouldn't tell you I have toddlers at home. I would tell you that if I trip over another sippy cup, I'm going to punch a wall. I wouldn't tell you I have anxiety. I would tell you that, not that I have anxiety, but that sometimes I feel like the most uncool, most insignificant person in a room. And when I do that, I meet an intrinsic need you have not to feel alone. And then that gives me the ability, once I've been vulnerable, to be able to then ask you to be vulnerable. And I take a question I ask you, like, tell me the greatest memory with your father. Tell me the hardest part of being a parent. Tell me your greatest memory in church. Were you in church? Do you not believe in God? Do you believe in God? What is, because I'm talking to a lot of different people from all walks of life. So, and I have to balance that. But based on those answers that have to be answered from a place of vulnerability, their heart, I have somebody on stage. There's a big paperboard up there, and I have them write down a lyric that I feed them. And then when it's done, I sing that song back to them based off of their lives.
Wow.
And it's so fun. I love it.
Well, I would love to see that. Is that available on your website to see that, or is it just clips? Or
Yeah. If you go to Premier Speakers Bureau, they have they'll have a video on there. But I'm doing a lot more. We just filmed another one, and there's going to be a lot more of those. And the bookings are starting to come in like crazy. The recurrent bookings and things of that nature. I'm working on a book. I have just started a podcast. This is something that I want to be a year from now, a major part of what I'm doing.
What is the kernel of truth, the thread of truth that goes through what are you trying to accomplish ultimately with these events?
I hate being phony. I don't like the way that we all walk around with masks all the time. I see it in everybody's, again, what right do I have, or what knowledge or what wisdom do I have? I'm telling you, for 30 years of writing these songs at the level that I've written them and working to connect with people has shown me the value in vulnerability. And so I see the vast majority of people around me are not vulnerable. They're afraid of vulnerability, and they feel like that. And a lot of us feel like it's almost a liability to be vulnerable, especially men sometimes. But listen, if I am afraid of people when I go outside of my house, sometimes one of the greatest things I can do as a human being, as a Christian, as someone of value, is to let you know that oftentimes when I get around people, I become afraid. I start becoming self-conscious and negative with myself. And I can have anxiety and worry about what people think about me. If you feel like that, what I've done for you is I've met your intrinsic need not to feel alone. And we all have that need not to feel alone. And when I meet that, there's a connection there. You and I become friends. You may not even realize it, but we become closer friends if we're already friends. And that value, and seeing that happen over and over. Listen, I do it with my kids.
Yeah.
I have stories where I've done it with my kids, with my wife, it's valuable in any relationship whatsoever. A relationship you already have, a relationship you want to initiate, start a relationship, foster a relationship with your kids, with your wife. It's so valuable.
Now, are you also doing this in churches or just corporations?
I have done some starting to in church, and it's really so valuable for Christians, and I'm starting to do more of those. Yes.
Well, good. And that people can go to jimmyyeary.com, and that could lead them to Premier Speakers Bureau, where they can book you. I am just totally amazed. All right, sing us something. Sing us something else before we're done with you.
Oh, goodness. What should I sing, Mark?
Oh, my gosh. You've written so many. You need to come up with a medley of all your biggest hits so you can kind of go through them and people can have their jaw hang open while you do that. To get that down to about 2 minutes. It would be cool if you could get it down to 2 or 3 minutes, just one hit after another, of your songs.
Well, I tell you what, I just this past year had I've always said in the Bible, it says, be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. It says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Right.
For God to love the world, he came for God to love the world, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but whoever believes in him. So it says, all things work together for good for those that love the Lord. All things for those that love the Lord. What's it mean to love the Lord? It means to believe in him. Just have faith, just to give your life to him. I always wanted to write a song that fell in line with be anxious for nothing. Because I hear people all the time go, well, it says be anxious for nothing. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. All things work together for good. But then we get in some crazy stuff and everybody goes, I believe the Bible, but oh man, things are really crazy right now. So I don't know what to do about money. And so you remember that song? Yeah, I had the hit on Kenny Chesney this year, and I literally wanted to integrate the scripture of "Be anxious for nothing" into country music, and they don't even know it. I'm witnessing to people, and they don't have a clue I'm doing it. It was one of the most played songs this past year. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. Well, nobody's gotta worry about nothing. Don't go hitting that panic button. It ain't near as bad as you think. Everything gonna be all right. All right. All right. Everything's going to be all right. And that was that's the message I was feeling bad one day, and I was just like, man, everything, if the Bible is correct, and I believe it is, everything's going to be fine. Yes. I got to write a song called Everything Gonna Be All Right. So.
Oh, Jimmy Yeary, I'm so honored to even know you. You are one of the most, I remember when I was over at y'all's house for dinner, and you were sitting over there with Sonia, and y'all were writing old people, the one. Yeah. Oh, and I just happened to be there, and I said, please let me sing that one. I don't know what would happen to it if I'd not been there. It'd probably just gone nowhere.
Probably.
No,
your cut on it was amazing.
Oh, you're so kind, but I do love that song, and I love the way you craft a lyric and melody, and I'm in awe of you. And as a dad, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this. Is it going to be a reality TV show type thing?
No, it's just there's so many. It's going to be more of trying to push these videos to more of a greater audience, and really connect with a lot of people that would be able to connect with these videos. So we're just making a push with that. I got some people that really work in the networking and the social media arena, and they want me to start making a lot more videos and them pushing these videos. So it'll be fun to see what happens.
I want you to too, because they are so much fun to watch. How you terrorize those poor children. I love it.
I have to say, the one with me, one of my favorite that comes to mind is when my son Aiden is in the shower, and I've got these, and listen, we all have heard them poppers that you drop and they explode. I found some that sound like a 45 going off. Oh, and so when I threw that in the shower and Aiden nearly peed himself and screamed, it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Oh. Now, how does he he laughs too, I presume.
He loves it. What people don't realize, sometimes Sonia will say to me, people are going to think these poor kids are, but what they don't realize is that when the video shuts off, they are cracking.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're cracking up. They're laughing.
Oh, yes.
Aiden eats it up. And they're getting good at not being camera shy. So then what happens when that happens is you start really being yourself, because you forget the camera's there. and it really gets fun. So
Oh, I love it. I love it. I can't, and it's fun to watch your kids grow up because I have prayed for those kids and all that
Aw.
stuff. You know, it's been a fun journey just to watch you guys.
yeah,
I love you, man. Thank you.
I love you, Mark. My mom loves you more. Thank you, man, for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to Mondays with Mark. We'll see you next Monday night, 7 p.m. Central, right here, wherever you saw our program. YouTube, be sure and like us and ring the bell. Facebook, please share our program. And we will see you next Monday night, 7 p.m. Central, for another Mondays with Mark.